Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Brooks. Every day, I share real effective ways to help men restore their strength and confidence. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get started. We need to have a conversation that most people avoid but secretly think about all the time. Many men over 50 assume the sensations, intensity, and full body pleasure they felt decades ago simply faded with age. But what if that isn't true at all? What if those experiences are still inside you, waiting to be reactivated by something as simple as what you put on your breakfast plate? I've spent more than 10 years as a urologist, sitting across from thousands of men who describe the same quiet frustration. The moment of climax feels muted, distant, or barely there. They tell themselves it's normal. They tell themselves it's just age. But it doesn't have to be. Today, I want to show you the one food that consistently transforms sensation for men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. And the reason behind it is far more fascinating than you think. Before we dive in, let me clarify something. This isn't about performance tricks or lasting longer. This is about restoring the intensity of feeling itself, the kind of experience that floods your whole body and reminds you why intimacy matters. Because when that spark fades, it affects far more than the bedroom. It affects confidence, connection, mood, energy, and your overall sense of self. A few years ago, I had a patient I'll call Mark. He was 61, healthy, active, and came in for a routine appointment. But in the middle of our conversation, he leaned forward and admitted something unusual. He said that after taking a month-long trip to South America, everything felt dramatically different. His intimacy was stronger. He felt more alive, and he couldn't explain why. Then, as soon as he returned home, things slowly slipped back to how they were before. Most people would blame relaxation, warm weather, or time off work, but I wanted details. What changed? What did he eat? What was his routine? And that's when he casually mentioned that during his stay, the hotel served fresh papaya every morning. He wasn't a papaya eater at home, but he grew to love it and had it daily. That single comment sent me into months of research. And what I found fundamentally shifted how I understood male sexual aging. Papaya is not just a tropical fruit. It is uniquely packed with compounds that target nearly every biological reason sensation declines with age. Blood flow slows. Nerves become less responsive. Inflammation builds. Hormonal signaling weakens. And papaya contains natural nutrients that support each one of these systems simultaneously. Let's break this down, because this is where things get truly remarkable. First, papaya contains a powerful enzyme called papain. Papain supports circulation by breaking down proteins that thicken and slow blood movement as men get older. Think of it as a natural internal clearing agent that helps blood travel more freely. Better circulation supports stronger physical responses. And when the body receives more blood during arousal, sensation naturally increases. Papaya also contains naturally occurring arginine, an amino acid tied to nitric oxide production, one of the body's key pathways for blood vessel relaxation. If you've ever heard of medications that target blood flow in men, you know nitric oxide is central. But instead of forcing the body into action, papaya provides raw building blocks that help your own system work the way it was designed to. Then there's vitamin C. One papaya contains far more than most people get in an entire day. Vitamin C plays a crucial role in nerve function and communication. When nerves fire more efficiently, sensation becomes richer, sharper, and more vibrant. Studies show that adequate vitamin C supports faster nerve conduction, which means signals travel more strongly from the body to the brain. But papaya's benefits don't stop there. The fruit is rich in carotenoids, including lycopene and beta-carotene. These compounds accumulate specifically in reproductive tissues, Research has shown that higher lycopene levels correlate with better sexual function and improved subjective pleasure. This isn't speculation, it's well-documented physiology. Papain also helps with systemic inflammation, which is a major contributor to muted sensation. Inflammation reduces sensitivity by interfering with nerve signaling and blood flow. When inflammation decreases, clarity of sensation returns. There is another layer to this. Arginine in papaya is a precursor to compounds called spermidine and spermine, both involved in the intensity of muscular contractions during climax. Higher concentrations of these compounds are associated with stronger, longer-lasting sensations. Papaya supports the body's natural ability to produce them. And here's something fascinating. In Brazil and other parts of South America, papaya has long been considered a natural enhancer. There's even a traditional saying that translates roughly to papaya in the morning, strength all day. And they don't just eat it plain, they pair it with lime juice. This is important because citrus acids help the body absorb papaya's nutrients far more efficiently. What looks like a cultural habit is actually a nutritional synergy developed over generations. When I began recommending this combination to my patients, the results were consistent and impressive. Men who had quietly struggled for years began describing noticeable improvements, not just in performance, but in sensation. Some said they felt like their body finally woke up again. Others described a warmth and fullness they hadn't experienced since their 30s. Many reported improved overall well-being long before they noticed changes in the bedroom. But there are a few rules that matter. The papaya must be ripe, not green, not mushy, but a rich orange color with a slight softness when pressed. Ripe papaya contains the highest activity of supportive enzymes. Green papaya has its own benefits, but not for what we're discussing. The timing matters too. Eating papaya on an empty stomach maximizes absorption. I usually recommend half a medium papaya with fresh lime juice about 30 minutes before any other food. If you want acute benefits before intimacy, 2 to 3 hours is generally the optimal window for circulation effects. Consistency is crucial. You can't eat papaya twice and expect a transformation. Most men begin noticing changes within 2 weeks of daily consumption, and the effects compound over a month. If you dislike papaya, don't give up. You can blend it with coconut water, add ginger, or sprinkle a bit of chili powder to balance the flavor. The benefits are worth the effort. There are supportive foods that pair well with papaya. Watermelon contains citrulline, another compound tied to nitric oxide pathways. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, essential for reproductive health and sensation. Dark chocolate supports dopamine and serotonin pathways, priming the brain for pleasure. Beets provide natural nitrates that support circulation through a separate mechanism. Some men give up too early or use unripe fruit. Others eat it after a heavy meal, which reduces effectiveness. The key is timing and consistency. An unexpected advantage is that partners often notice the changes first. When couples make papaya a shared morning habit, both experience benefits because improved blood flow and reduced inflammation enhance wellness for everyone. Many couples have told me the improvements felt mutual. What surprises many men are the additional health effects. Digestion improves. Energy becomes more stable. Prostate comfort increases. Skin looks healthier. Joint stiffness decreases. These aren't isolated observations. They're common patterns reported by men who stick to the routine for several weeks. This isn't a shortcut or a miracle cure. It's nutrition supporting systems that naturally decline with age. It's giving your body what it has been lacking. And when you supply those nutrients consistently, things begin to function the way they're meant to. If you want to make this easy, prepare your papaya ahead of time. Store it with lime juice or keep frozen chunks for smoothies. Even dried papaya can help when traveling. You can grow your own tree if you live in a warm climate, and it will start producing fruit within a year. Your body is capable of remarkable sensation at any age. The machinery doesn't disappear. It just needs the right inputs. This is about quality of life, confidence, connection, and feeling fully present in one of the most meaningful human experiences. Many men don't realize how much they've been missing until sensation returns. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, get a ripe papaya and a few fresh limes. For the next 30 days, make this your morning ritual. Half a papaya, empty stomach, fresh citrus. Observe what changes. Notice your energy, your comfort, your connection, your sensation. Give your body what it needs, and you may be surprised at how quickly it responds. If this message helps you, share it with someone who needs it, and let me know in the comments how your experience unfolds. Your story may be exactly what someone else needs to hear.